Alright, what's up people? This is SiTHFuRioN, and right now we're going to be jumping into more The Last Kingdom. We're on episode 4 of Series 4. Super quick recap because I'm going to try and get through about 2 or 3 episodes today. So last time, Bjorka died. He sacrificed himself to save young Uhtred because the attack on Motherboard didn't really go according to plan. And yeah, he sacrificed himself and Bjorka is now dead. Of course, Uhtred didn't take it too well. He kind of blamed himself. And it had kind of seemed like he had kind of given up. Like, I just can't, I can't do this anymore. And Finan came through, the MVP. And Finan kind of like talked him round. Like, no, like it's not over yet. Like, we need to kind of carry on. And also Uhtred found out that even though Athelwald was the one holding the sword that killed Ragnar, it was actually Knut. Knut was the force behind it, you know. So of course, at some point, hopefully, word is going to get back to Breda. Maybe Uhtred will tell her. Maybe she'll find out herself. But she's currently pregnant by Knut. I honestly reckon it doesn't matter if she's pregnant or not. If she finds out that Knut did it, I reckon she'll kill him. As far as Athel Dickhead, him and his forces, they've attacked basically Daneland. They've kind of like took over and attacked, thinking he's smart, like he's accomplished something because he thought that Knut and everyone else was off somewhere else. But the truth was, thanks to Heston and his little lies, they were actually attacking Mercia. Basically, that arse-licker guy, I can't think of his real name right now, but the arse-licker got deceived by Heston and he went and told Athel Dickhead, like, look, this is what's happening, we should do this. And it was bad advice. And yeah, his sister, I think, has gone off and slept with Athel Dickhead to try and smooth things over and stuff. It's still very early days to kind of like make them two out, but I reckon he's the one that we need to watch out for. I think he's the one who could become a real issue and a threat at some point. As far as Edward, King Edward, the boy king, basically, like, okay, he's been completely led wrong by Athelhelm, and strangely enough, like, Edward's mother, Ælfwith, has been trying to advise him, like help him and guide him, but Edward's not listening. He's making stupid, like, calls, what's led to Æthelflaed, like, going into battle to save Mercia and everything, and to try and protect her daughter, Ælfwith has sent word to the Welsh king, I believe, to try and help. But Æthelflaed has gone back to Mercia. Uhtred turned up, and pretty much as the episode ended, some Danes were kind of like up on the horizon, ready to attack. Oh, man. But yeah, man, I'm so pumped to see where this is going to go. I'm actually really loving this season so far. I really am. If you're interested in watching episode 5 and episode 6, right now, they're up on my Patreon, early access, and also the full lengths for the whole entire season. Hopefully, fingers crossed, should be up on my Patreon right now. So if you want to watch and binge watch the whole entire show with me, you can. You don't have to wait each week for these like highlight reactions. So yeah, if you want to go and check them out, the links are down below. If not, you can just enjoy these highlight reactions on YouTube each week. But yeah, we're going to get into this episode 4. Let's do this, man.
I'm not looking for the monastery.
Saxon's not welcome here, father.
I know. And I've urgent business with King Howell.
Are you Saxon?
Well, I was born a Briton.
You will only find trouble here, brother.
You will find more than trouble if you do not let me pass.
Not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting like a real thick Welsh accent, but okay.
There's no time for this.
They are children, Uhtred, sons of Mercia's most revered men. When did children become the cost of war?
You did all that you could.
They took their heads, all of them.
What? They were all beheaded.
James! The Danes are here, Lord! Is there another way out?
No,
Can we get to the roof?
We'd only get trapped.
let me bargain.
Lady, you are the bargain.
We cannot just let death come to us. I will not just wait for it.
What are we doing, Lord? The door will not hold!
Bring me Knut's sons.
Sit back!
Uhtred, you cannot. There will be another way.
You must trust me.
Trust him, man. Come on.
Leave this place or I will cut their throats.
Take a son of Knut. Every Dane in this land will see to Banshee.
Yes, and every Dane will come for you too. The blood of his child will be on your hands.
Wow. What? Nah. Nah. It was a trick or something. I don't believe Uhtred would have killed one of the kids like that.
Stay down. Look, your brother's still alive.
I knew it. It was one of the bodies, and it. Wow. Okay. I was like, why did he cut the head off? Like.
I regret to tell you that Knut's armies have raided Mercia and taken your palace at Aylesbury.
Is this the same Knut that you told me was heading to Ireland?
Yes, Lord.
Because of whom I left my kingdom undefended, and now it is in ruins?
There was no reason to mistrust the information, Lord. My spy in the Danish camp was certain. He swore it was true. Heston is a close ally of...
Did you say Heston?
Oh, there you go.
Yes, Lord, he's a close... I know who he is! We've had word from the Lady Ethelfled. She will be at Tetton Hall where she plans to lure Knut.
So now my wife is heading to battle before me, so that she can be revered as the savior of my kingdom.
Please do not execute me.
You will pray for execution. When we return to Aylesbury, I will publicly castrate you. And your family will never prosper, and your sister will never leave my bed.
What's he gonna do now? Is he gonna try and like go against Athel Dickhead? Because he's up shit's creek now, isn't he?
I want my daughter safe.
Then you should have persuaded her to stay in Wessex. My men would not forgive me for chasing my sister into a hopeless battle.
And yet you know they will also revile you for letting her die. Like it or not, Ethelfled has forced your hand.
So I trade the life of Wessex soldiers for my own honor.
That is what the soldiers are there for. To do the king's bidding.
Yes, but not the bidding of the king's mother.
If you wanted men to speak your name in awe, believe me, this was not the way.
It's like, listen to her, man. Like, she was sat next to Alfred for years, talking battle strategies and everything. And okay, granny, she may not have been like a main player at like making choices, but she was with him. I don't understand why Ed was so... It's Athelhelm, ain't it? He was just...
Uhtred beheaded your eldest son. You would have killed Esgar. Had we not left.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Do not give up our battle position!
It does not matter where we fight! We have 1,000 warriors! Prepare the men to march! I will. And send men ahead to find them! We will follow! Yeah. No!
Knut, this
Leave me!
This way is foolishness, Knut!
They're gonna just blindly go in now, innit? Like, oh man.
What do you think will happen when we face the Danes?
I fought alongside your father for a while now, and he tends to come up with something. At the last minute.
Many men are loyal to Ethelfled, even at their own cost.
No doubt the pair of them are devising a battle plan to save us all.
Do not turn away from all of your family. I know your son would like to see you. He often speaks fondly of you. A child without its father's guidance will grow weak.
Which is why I endeavor to seek the Lord's help. So if you would leave me in peace.
Okay. He don't care for her at all, innit? Like, I bet that child was like conceived on their wedding night and that was it. I bet they've never really...
Is this the place? I'm not sure I can see Edward's camp.
I'm not sure I can see anyone.
He will be here.
Shit. See, I think they might kind of set it up where it's like they'll be there on their own, and then maybe at like the last minute the Welsh will turn up or something and help. Like,
Before my brother arrives.
oh no, then again.
Are you an ally or an enemy of Mercia?
We are here to fight Canute, lady, and best the Dane as we have bested the Saxon for so many years.
And the Fjords?
I put them under the command of the little bald priest.
I'm not bold.
Edward sent him to find allies. I knew he would not abandon me.
No, lady. It was your mother who sent me. I've had no word from the king.
Yeah.
Then we fight with what we have.
I can't believe Edward's not gonna like go and help.
There are worse places to defend.
With a few more men, I would stand a chance.
Maybe set some traps, because there was that little like dip where all the horses jumped over, right? But have they got enough time though to like stick like bits of sharp wood down into the ground and then cover it up for them to go and fall into or something?
They're coming.
Oh shit.
If this fails, there's no escape for you. Promise me you will find a man you trust to kill you softly.
I've already picked the man.
Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Could she die? Like, because if Athelflaed dies, that could be motivation for Edward to join the battle, if you will.
In God whose word I praise, I will not be afraid. What can a man do to me? Nothing. For you have delivered my soul from death and my feet from stumbling, that I may walk before God.
Something isn't right.
Really smart. He's just seeing red, ain't he? Like, he's not thinking clearly, just charging straight in the battle. You know, I love those big wide shots where you just see all the men like, oh my god. Literally have the high ground because they have to climb up and you just, oh shit. Okay, we don't want nothing to happen to Breeder because she's pregnant. Like, even if she weren't, like, I don't want nothing to happen to Breeder.
Fred, I will cut you into pieces, you murderous coward!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Father! The rich father!
Oh shit! Okay, okay. Coming into, like, well, in a way he kind of has to, you know, like if he wants to reclaim his land and everything, like. Oh shit, and
Fjords, her husband, even the Welsh.
And you're the last to turn
Christians united, and without Wessex to lead them forward.
It's your own fault, man. Just look at that, man. So cool, man. No. Stay up, what the fuck? And Edward just stood there watching. That was literally Edward's fault then.
to victory!
Obviously, he's cracked his head, but I can't tell if that's blood or...
You killed my firstborn. You killed my boy. Why? Why? Why?
It was fair revenge for Ragnar.
Oh.
Give me a six! Give me a six!
She's gonna do it.
You sent Ethelwald to kill Ragnar?
Because we're destined to be together. You know this. Please, my love.
I called it, then I knew it. Knew it.
It is an honor to meet you.
And I am pleased you were able to make the battle, Lord.
Well, we would not have won without you and your men. I'm most grateful.
And your generous rewards are appreciated. Your priest conveyed to me your kind offer of the spoils of battle.
Of course.
There will be no alliance. The people of Wales do not need Saxon help.
Oh shit.
If it were not for you, I would be amongst the dead.
I came despite my better judgment. I do not take your defiance lightly.
Yes, but surely it was a great victory.
With a great loss of many men. STRIX is dead.
No.
Yes. The man who has stood since our childhood like a giant oak. He stood with our father, then with us. Now he's been taken in a battle of your making. Sacrificed for your husband's ambition and for yours.
What?
You seek to be loved by all. Chronicled for your bravery, no matter if it costs the blood of men.
That is not true.
Yes, it is. You've chosen Mercia over the kingdom of Alfred. I suggest you do not return south for a long time.
Little shits.
I fear you would not be welcome there, lady.
Oh, you can fuck off as well. What the fuck?
None of this was done for anything but love of my country.
Come away from this place, Lord King.
I can't believe he's putting StiF's death on like her shoulders.
I will find him and I will beg him.
He will never forgive us for what we have done. It is over for us, brother.
Clear a path! Move! Stand aside!
What?
Lord Ethelred is wounded! Fetch your healer!
Oh shit, okay. Next one. Okay, so like you could tell like he was hurt because of the blood on the back of his head, like when he first fell over. But I thought it was like his hair and everything. Like, okay, he's got a head injury, like, but that actually looks like his skull has been cracked open. Fuck. Well, that's gonna go in the Arslicker's favour now, isn't it? Like, while Athel Dickhead is out cold, the Arslicker could now start Arslicking Athelflaed. You know, like, plus the whole thing of why they left the Mercia was all down to him. But now the only people who know is his sister and Athel Dickhead now. So he's going to use this to his fucking advantage, and you can tell. As far as Edward, like I said, like I can't believe he's putting all the blame on Athelflaed. Like, StiF'FuRiON rushed in to save Edward, and he got knocked down. Edward just stood there and watched a guy stand over him and crack. He could have pushed him out the way. Like, Edward froze, basically. And he put the blame on Athelflaed. Like, well, if we weren't here in the first place, he would still be... And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Edward's really starting to piss me off, man. But like, I said it in like the last video, how I think it's funny how we ended last season where I honestly generally thought his mother, Alswith, was going to be the one to manipulate him, to kind of turn him to the dark side, if you will. But she's actually turned out to be the voice of reason. She's turned out to be like the common sense, you know what I mean? It's all Athelhelm. It's all Athelhelm and his agenda. And like I said, I don't get where he's coming from. Like, is he stupid to the threat You know, wouldn't it be best to kind of advise Edward to do the right thing? Because what's his end game? What's his, like... I don't get it. But now that Knut's been defeated, and that's the large majority of the Danish forces, right? So, what now? Like, as far as Danish threat, is it just Heston and what's left of his people? Like, could we get a new threat? You know, people finding out what's happened and they've come with more like reinforcements, or are we now going to focus more on this conflict between Edward and Athelflaed, and of course Uhtred's kind of wrapped up in it as well? Maybe the Welsh could get wrapped up in the story a bit more now. Maybe because if the Danes aren't going to be like a threat now, then you've got the Welsh that could possibly be a threat. Maybe this Welsh king might think about... But then I don't know, like, actual history. Like, I don't know if, like, the Welsh actually tried to take over and invade. Like I said, I'm not too sure on, like, Welsh, like, history and stuff. History was never, like strangely enough, with, like, me watching this and watching Vikings and stuff, history back when I was in school wasn't my favourite subject. So, I don't know. And in a way, that's been kind of, like, beneficial because I'm going into this very blind. I don't know that much about history. So as far as characters and everything. So the big thing now is Athel Dickhead. Or Athel Crackhead. I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, with him out of commission, like with him kind of like injured, is the Arslicker gonna try and like take over? Like, is he gonna like I said, Arslick, Athelflaed. But then there's Uhtred there as well, so I can't see that going that far. Because like Uhtred will spot, like, and I don't know. I'm gonna jump into the next one. But I'm starving, so I'm gonna grab some food quick and then jump into episode 5, halfway through the season. And I'm actually really loving it. Like, Season 3 was good and it had its points, but I think the whole Skade storyline, I think, it's like I said at the end, when Skade died and Uhtred went back to Wessex and everything, it was like, okay, the show's carrying on now. It was like, okay, back on track to what needs to be done. I left like 1 or 2 comments like on the video about how, like, what was the point of Skade? And a lot of people were saying, well, oh, it was showing Uhtred's growth and it was character development and everything. And I get that. I get what they were trying to do, but at the same time, that could have been done very quick. That could have been done in like the course of a few episodes, not the whole season. You know what I mean? I feel like they could have probably done a lot more with that, really. Like, and I'm only halfway through this season. So, like, kind of comparing this season with the last one, this one is so much better, man. So much better. Like, every episode, there's shit going on, you know? Yeah, I'm loving this season so far, man. Okay, yeah, I'm going to wrap this up, jump into the next episode. So, yeah, man, give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think. And subscribe if you haven't already, man. Alright? I've been SiTHFuRioN, and I'll catch you in the next one, man.